Welcome back to Rappahannock Issues. I'm Tom Coen. I'm joined by two great Stafford residents, General Von Christmas, as well as in Chichester. And we're talking about the Stafford War Memorial. And you were saying about how the students then in design, and it was each of the 5 high schools. It's really a neat idea to get the young people involved in that.
What was really great was each of the 5 high schools held their contest. They each came up with a winner. In one case, it was 2 who had partnered. The commission sat down, had experts look at it, as well as they discussed it very thoroughly, picked a winner. But what was really fine is we asked Fentress architects, and Fentress architects are the architects that designed the National Museum of the Marine Corps just up the road. And they took the designs and they literally critiqued them. What's good, what's maybe things that should be added, so that the day of the presentation to the winning student, we had a program whereby the architects, with the families and the students, were able to go through and talk about what's great about the design, some things they might consider. So it became just a tremendous educational experience that day for all of us, quite frankly.
And it was neat. As a high school teacher, and the students and the school building were really excited about the fact that they had so much input, and it was really, so from that standpoint, it was really great, and it was appreciated on our end.
Well, and they'll see it, all of their inputs in the design.
Right, and that's phenomenal. So what steps are there to take something from a drawing to make it come to life?
Well, I think there are a number of steps. First of all, once you have a general design, you have to reach out and determine who it is you're going to work with. We have selected Klein Memorials. Klein Memorials is a noted firm who, quite frankly, up at the National Museum of the Marine Corps, have done many of the memorials that are now in the Semper Fidelis Memorial Park. Starting with that, then we have gone through a series of what is, they've designed. We've approved their design, which incorporated the 5 students' design. We've determined from them then what is the cost of construction. They bring in their particular consultant. And then with that cost of construction, and you got to add a little J factor, we come up with what it is our fundraising goal needs to be able to give to the people of the county a tremendous war memorial.
And you've accomplished a great deal in that fundraising in a very short period of time. I mean, when I watched the Board of Supervisors, Mr. Snelling was very good about giving an update, and you've done a really great job with raising funds.
In about 5.5 months, it has taken us to reach our goal. Now, having said that, that would be our initial goal, but now we have some things that we want to add that we think will make the memorial safer and more usable. For example, if a teacher wants to bring a class down here to the memorial to give them some classes on what it means, what the memorial is here for, and what it means to them as an everyday, their everyday activities. And what I'm referring to is, for example, the Bill of Rights. All the freedoms that we enjoy in this country today are gained and perpetuated by those men and women who fight for this country, those who are honored by this memorial. And so it's a great teaching tool as well. You can bring a class down there on a beautiful spring or fall afternoon, and you can teach a little something about history. Bear in mind, 2 great American natives were raised right here in Stafford County. George Washington and George Mason, excuse me. One Mason who was the author of the Bill of Rights, and of course we know what George Washington did. So it's a perfect place for a teaching opportunity, and that's one reason it's a perfect place for Stafford County to have this memorial.
And it's a very inviting memorial. I mean, there seems to have been, and the Marine Corps Museum is the same way. I mean, in the past, memorials were big, uninviting sort of precipices, where these now are more inviting to get you to come in and sort of go to it.
Today, people, when they go to a museum or go to a they want an experience. They want to be able to feel, to touch, to feel that they are part of what this museum is and what the history that's being designated, or the same with the memorial. And I think if you look at this design, you can see how it carries you through, to the present, and then, quite frankly, it can carry you through beyond that, and that's how it is designed.
Right. And how do you go about raising funds for something like this? You can't do car washes.
You can't do car washes to raise $675,000, and for me to talk about it would be like me talking about physics when somebody much more experienced is here to talk about such a thing. So it'd be like me talking about physics when we have Einstein here.
So Dr. Einstein.
I don't. Fundraising is tough, but fundraisers talk about a fundraising pyramid. You have in that pyramid, up at the top, a smaller group of people who, if interested in this, this project, and it is meaningful to them, will provide a great deal of funds. The second level is kind of your corporations, your businesses, and that. And then at the lower level is your citizenry, the folks in the county. And what you do is you need to appeal to each one of those groups. In the case of our memorial here, we've made it the opportunity available for the highest to the lowest level of giving. And we have been very successful, as Dan has said, because folks have looked at this, folks have recognized that we've had great men and women who have served this county from the Revolutionary War to the present and beyond, that will go beyond, and that they need to be recognized. So we've had wonderful large donors who have taken now the naming opportunities of the wall that will be at the end, of the globe that honors all for worldwide commitment, to the war markers that go down, and so forth, all the way down to you or I being able to buy a $200 brick to honor someone who served.
And,
so it covers everything.
Cool, and it'll be an honor for you to come back after this break, where we will talk about the selection of the site and then how you do actually buy a brick and donate. So come on after this break.